Hi, this is Tiffany LaBoop again, and I'm trying to make my videos a little more clear, so I'm working on them. The latest one was January 2012, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'm trying to get down to more pertinent information of what had happened. And like I said, the first time that I was arrested, I was given a strike felony for robbery, which wasn't the case at all. That crime consists of something very violent, and that had nothing to do with me. I invaded her space. It should have been a trespassing, and I wish they hadn't pushed the envelope on that. You know, it really ruined my life. I wish I had a better attorney. I had a public pretender, that's what they're all called, and he really didn't do anything for me. He totally steered me in the wrong direction. So needless to say, I have the marks on my record, and time goes by, about 12 years go by, and I did pretty good for myself. I had laid low and got a great job and worked out and did what normal people do, you know, worked hard and enjoyed life. I had some other things going on, and if you watch my older videos, you'll know the whole story behind that. So I did have some stress in my life, but it was pretty much caused by another person. So it's January 2008. I'm feeling stress of life. I decide I want to go on vacation. And I've never been a spontaneous person. It was one of the most spontaneous things I've ever done. I pack my car, I get in, and it was snowing on Highway 80. So I take 395 and didn't Google a map or anything, so I just jumped in the car and went. I just wanted to go down the coast, Highway 1, for a nice long drive and maybe go to San Francisco, maybe get a hotel room in Cambria, just, you know, relax. But I never made it. I ended up in LA County Jail, Linwood. I had been attacked that night through my car window, and I don't know if you've ever had anyone reach through your car window and reach for your keys, but when someone does that, you feel pretty scared, and so you go into what's called flight and fight syndrome. And this big person was beating me up and attacking me through my car window inside my car. I didn't violate anyone's space. I wasn't in anyone's space at all. I was in my car when I was attacked. And so I was able to get away, thank goodness, because I don't know if they would have killed me or not. But when I got away, I abandoned my car because the people left me with a broken window and 2 flat tires. So the car wouldn't go anywhere anyhow. So I get out of my car and I abandon it. And I'm running up and down the street screaming for help. And, you know, I was just really scared. And so guess who shows up? The police. And what do? They run my name. What do they say? I'm guilty of something. So they had a call previous that night, and that was the attackers. The attackers, guess what they did? They beat me to the punchline. They freaking called the police before I got to the police. So they made up this huge story. So what do the police do? They believe the people. Especially me. You know, I'm a freaking felon from 10, 12 years prior. So having a previous criminal record made me automatically guilty. So I wake up in jail 3 days later, you know, after this concussion from being beaten and the shock. I mean, I think people go into shock after they're attacked. I don't think they throw a party or, you know, too happy. But anyhow, when I woke up in jail 3 days later, I go to what's called an arraignment. And so when I get there, I find out that I'm being charged with assault with a deadly weapon. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the hell was the weapon? You know, what are you talking about? I'm here in jail with 2 black eyes and scratches all over my face. And I'm like, what's the weapon? You know, and this public pretender says it was my car. And I'm like, well, where is my car? And they said, well, we don't know. And I'm like, well, wait a second. How could I be in here for assault with a deadly weapon when you don't have any evidence, when it's supposedly my car, when there is no car? And so I'm like, hey, look at me, Judge. I'm the one that's beaten up. Needless to say, they dropped that charge, and then they tacked on I think it was 5 other charges. And so they got me with a hit and run, which I'm thinking, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't hit any car. I'm the one that was attacked in my car. And so, being that these people lied about what happened, it confused the whole case. I mean, these people, they're being believed because they don't have any previous criminal record. but I do. So I'm the one that's not to be believed. Well, guess what, you guys? You made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. What was that like from Pretty Woman? Huge mistake. So I ended up finding my car. Guess where my car was, guys? It was on the Van Nuys Police main tow yard. Keystone Towing.
7 months.
And they hid it for 7 months. Now, I'm at the prelim and I'm like, where's my car? And the police officers told the judge that they never found my car. And I'm like, well, if you can't find my car and that's the only evidence, how are you able to prosecute me? And it was all by hearsay. There were more witnesses than me, and so, and being that I had a previous criminal record, I was automatically hung. I mean, as soon as I got through that door, I was hung. And so we ended up finding my car after I took the deal. I mean, they pretty much make you take the deal. They beat you down, they take all your money, they mentally and physically drain you, and they make you take the deal. And I'm not lying about that. When they put a deal on the table, you have to take it, or you suffer the consequences of having some jury trial. How do you know that jury's not tainted? I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. I mean, they put this deal out on the table, and I'm telling you, they make you take the deal. So I get out after the deal. Car's at Keystone Towing the whole time. Keystone Towing. With no license plate on it. It was tucked away in some back lot that they had. And so I told my husband, I said, make sure you get an appraisal of that car before we get it towed off the lot. We have it. And so here's the evidence of the 2 flat tires that the attackers gave me. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can stop the video and look and do whatever. But that's the tires. Now, I was accused of doing $8,000 worth of damage to this other person's vehicle with my car. I mean, I'm thinking, are these people, what are they smoking? Because I didn't hit anyone. In fact, one of my attorneys brought a picture of a car to court. Wasn't my car. It was a green car. My car is silver. And I'm thinking, isn't anyone listening? What is going on? I'm in court and I tell the judge, Your Honor, my car's been stolen. Well, I think you have more important things to worry about, young lady. And I'm thinking, hello, this case is because of the car. Why aren't you listening? I mean, everyone was just hanger. Get us those brownie points. We want to retire with some good money. You know, we want to retire with all these brownie points. And that's why they do it. They don't care what's right. They just want to make themselves look good, no matter what cost. I mean, every time they give out a strike, cha-ching. Every time they give out a felony, cha-ching. I mean, they're making cha-ching left and right. This is wrong, people. So anyhow, let's go through this. This is my appraisal. And I can't tell you who it's through, but it's documented with a certified appraiser. And here's part of the other car. I mean, part of the other pictures of my car. This is a bumper. And this is up here, and he said it's probably caused, there was a little damage right here, and he said it was probably because the tire rubber was hitting so hard. So this is an appraiser. We're getting to the good part. Okay. And this is just nothing really. But let me get to the good one. Here it is. I found it. This is my favorite picture. Hello. How could I have done $8,000? Can you see that? $8,000. That's my car. That was my Toyota Camry. 2005 Toyota Camry that I saved up for 4 years. I saved for 4 years to buy this car. I love this car. I treated it like a princess.
Very
and I mean, this person accused me in the testimony that I deliberately rear-ended them and then went and sideswiped them. Purposely. And then we all ground to a halt, and it wasn't me. She had me confused with, I think in the previous testimony she had said it was a Lexus. Well, mine's a Camry. 2 look alike. And so look at this car. This is a car that they accused me of this whole case over. I mean, they got away with it, guys. They got away with convicting me for doing a hit and run with this car. $8,000. I did $8,000 worth of damage to somebody else's car with my car right here on Keystone Towing that they hid for 7 months. So, and one more picture. This has got my VIN number, and there we go. Okay. Is that too close? Okay, well anyhow, I just wanted to share a little bit more of my epic saga, my journey, and here's some more information. I'm innocent of this Van Nuys case from 2008. It's the case that ruined my life. It took everything from me, and I'm just trying to get my story still out there. So thank you everyone for listening. I will get more into how much money we've spent and how much time has gone into this, but I just wanted to show you this appraisal from a certified appraisal. I'm innocent.